Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another AITA story for you. This one is an actual AITA story, and it is Am I the Astronaut for cooking food while my roommate's girlfriend was here and offering her some? How dare you? How rude. I, 21 male, am from the South. I grew up in New Orleans and Texas. My mom runs a catering business, and the majority of clients were either at home in Louisiana or in Texas. I add this to say that I grew up cooking and helping my mom cook for the business. I was frying chicken and catfish when I could reach the stove, making gumbo and buttermilk biscuits at a very young age. I'm currently in culinary school right now. I've lived in a rented house on the East Coast with my roommate, 22 male, for a year and a half. He's not a friend or anything. We just linked up because we both needed roommates in the area. He's good to live with and we watch shows and movies together. We go out and go for drinks sometimes. I have always made friends easily because of being from the South and doing customer service related things since I was a kid. I know how to talk and charm and listen to folk despite naturally being more in the introverted spectrum. My roommate has been seeing his girlfriend, 20 male, for like 6 months. I've met her before and seen her in passing. Roommate and his girlfriend had a 2-week break from school. She still lives with her parents, so she decided to stay here the whole 2 weeks. I was just doing things as I would normally do. It got weird at first when I was about to go mow the lawn and the roommate stopped me and said he wanted to mow. I usually always mow. A couple days later, I was outside washing my car. I asked both of them if they wanted me to do theirs. She looked like she was going to agree, but he looked at her angrily, so they declined. I cook pretty frequently at home as well and usually let my roommate have some. So anytime I'd make some, I would just say that they could have some and this would get him pissed. Weeks prior when she was here and we were all talking, she'd mentioned this specific kind of cheesecake that she really likes. So I made and sent out a group text that everyone could have it. My roommate got upset. I don't see anything as overstepping boundaries, as this is how I treat him and all guests. The other day, he told me how annoying it is to hear his girlfriend talk about how good your roommate's fresh-baked bread is. I'm not trying to make him look bad or anything. This is simply how I was raised. If I bake 2 loaves of bread, I'm going to leave it out for the house to eat. Edit, the cheesecake is just common courtesy type of thing to me. When his parents come over, I made a pound cake because they like it. If a guest is coming, you get or make what they like. Nothing odd about picking up their favorite chips or making some tea when guests arrive. That's just how I was raised. You know that's sweet tea too, and you know that's damn good sweet tea. Edit, wow, this is blown up. Just want to say we generally have a good roommate relationship. We're not best friends, but it's friendly enough. The only change has been when his girlfriend is here. So LOL, no, I'm not looking for new roommates or to be adopted or to move, but thanks. Here are some more things that upset him. I went to the grocery store and asked if anyone needed anything. I was frying chicken and offered the first/best pieces out of the oil to them. I changed the oil to my own car. I used a smoker in the backyard to make brisket. I grill and smoke in the backyard and needed a piece of wood cut into a certain way to hold something up. I cut and nailed some wood together in the garage. Feels like I can't even exist while she was here. Final edit, I tend to see the good and best in people. So I was just not seeing him as being very insecure and was trying to look at this in more of a positive light. But he just texted me and said that I greet his girlfriend in too kind of a way and it's annoying that I say, be safe, when she leaves the house. I say this to him and everyone when they tell me they're going somewhere. He sent me a long text detailing it's bad that I look in her eyes when she's talking to me. Maybe it's time for a new roommate. Maybe it's time for your current roommate to get therapy because Brozo is the most insecure person that I've ever heard of. What do you...
No one is allowed to do anything that my girlfriend likes. Ever. Unless it's me.
What a narrow-minded, insecure, sad way to live. Can you imagine living a life like this where it's like all of these great things are happening around you and instead of enjoying them and showing appreciation for them and the people who do them, you're just like, no. Could you please not do that? I can't have anyone else looking good. How does this guy exist? And why is he so insecure? We're not going to find that out from this story, but there's got to be a reason that he is this insecure. But my God, he is just riding his roommate's ass, trying to get him to do nothing that is impressive at all. And it's not like his roommate is trying to impress his girlfriend. He's just a Southern boy doing Southern boy things. Guess what? People like it. Get over it. Friggin' insecure roommate. If you kick your roommate out, does he get his insecurity deposit back? OP, NTA here. Let's just make it official. OP, not the asshole at all here for being a kind human. He's part of the DFHB club, the Decent Human Beings Club. He's just doing his thing and showing appreciation and good manners. Meanwhile, his insecure roommate can't have anybody looking good at anything. He's going to be like, hey bro, my girlfriend's coming today. Could you please wear this trash bag around and just go ahead and just smear poo all over your face if you don't mind. Don't cook anything. Don't say anything. Don't Don't look her in the eye. Don't do anything. I just need you to like lay in the yard and stink. That's all you're allowed to do. He's setting the bar real low for himself. And instead of rising to the occasion here, and what a normal person would do would be like, hey, this is awesome. Guess what? My girlfriend enjoys this. She enjoys this environment. She enjoys these things. And this is my roommate, thus connected to me. So she likes being here more because my roommate is an added bonus. It's added value to her relationship with me, not a detriment to it. Insecurity is a thing. I get it. And it's hard to control. But man, whenever you start trying to suppress the people around you because you just can't handle them being good at things when your girlfriend is around, it's time for some therapy. Actually, I would say it's time for you to be alone for a long time until the point where you're happy being alone and you don't need someone else and you're happy with yourself. Roommate here is going to have to get to a point where he's happy with himself before he can handle being in a relationship, because this kind of insecurity doesn't just go away on its own unless she's done something to make him this insecure. I don't think that's the case though. I think this is just who he is based on how friggin' bad it is. He's going to have to be alone long enough to be happy with himself for this to go away. And that's going to be a painful path, but it's possible. Let's talk about where Mr. Insecure Roommate goes. This is an insecurity thing that means that he's not happy with himself. He's going to have to get to the point where he is okay with him, so he doesn't have to try to smash everyone around him, just they don't set the bar up higher. Here's the difference. Here's where it teeters between ascon 1 and 2. If he actually attempted to do something about this to work on his insecurity and to get better on himself instead of trying to have the whole world adjust to his insecurity, I would say ascon 2, maybe even lower. But that's not his play. For some reason, he's decided that the thing that makes the most sense and requires the least amount of effort is for him to try to suppress the entire fucking world around his girlfriend so that he doesn't have to adhere to the benchmark. And we all know that's not the case. That's not how it works. Her getting impressed by anything does not immediately mean that he has to surpass that in his own way. No, he needs to be his freaking self. He needs to be his gosh dang self, man. Gosh heckin' what? Tell you what, this is a good old Southern boy just sitting here, just being a host and, just doing what he knows to do, showing people appreciation, being kind to everybody. And this old insecure roommate right here is just, he's got some issues. Tell you that. He's got some issues. I'm calling him ascon 1 here. We're going to send him all the way up because his play, instead of trying to work on himself, has been to suppress the entire friggin' world so that he doesn't have to try harder. Brozo, you need to be alone for a while, man. You need to be alone to the point where you don't need someone else, but also to the point where you're happy with yourself. Then and only then can you be truly happy in a relationship with someone else. Right now, there's going to be way too much stress put on you, her, especially her, and everyone around you. You're putting way too much pressure on everyone right now because you are refusing to deal with your own insecurities. And that is not a sustainable structure. It is not going to last. No matter what, you may get to a point where it lasts a couple of years. It's not going to last eternity. And the relationship that you eventually want to be in is one that will last eternity. So you've got to get this right, man. You've got to fix the foundation of things before you can start building upward. Do it. Do it.